part of what was hard is we didn't quite know exactly what was happening or what had happened. But we knew that he was playing about something. He was a very driven, what we call driven play. He had to be opened up. And one day we were doing a workshop and we showed this video. And after the workshop, a teacher came over to the presenter and said, I know that child, and I have him, and I know his story. And the story is, and it's not too confidential to share, he was walking down the street with his mother and there was a car accident. And they stayed long enough to, the ambulance came and was taking care of someone who had been hurt and probably doing lots of things to help him breathe. And I don't think they opened him up, but I'm imagining whatever happened was scary for him. And he needed to play about it, clearly. So we know his story, which helps us to kind of understand the drivenness about it. He probably saw too much for his little self to make sense of. And when children are holding too much, one of the things that they do, young children, is they play about it. If they're lucky, if they go to school somewhere where there's play, or they have a home where there's play, or if they're older, they have a creative outlet, if they're lucky, if arts haven't been stripped from their schools yet. So one thing that we know is there's dramatic play and there's traumatic play, from trauma and drama. Dramatic and traumatic. Dramatic play, when children are playing in a dramatic play way, other kids want to join them. It entices children. They make a bus and you get to be a passenger and everyone wants to, can I play? Can I be the, right? Or they play family and I want to be the cat, I want to be the mom, I want to be the sister. They may argue about what roles they take, but kids want to be part of it. Traumatic play repels. It is usually driven in a way that other children who do not have the same experience are scared of. It doesn't feel good. And for Jeff, and of course I feel so much empathy for both of them, really. But Jeff, he came up with like 10 different outs, right? I think his very first response was, right? I can't do that. I can't open you up. And I don't know the other boy's name, but he really tried. And it was clear that he could not let it rest. He was going to find a way to play about this thing that had happened. And he probably could not have moved on with his day, whatever was coming next, until there was some resolution. And resolution is often very symbolic resolution. So the book and the teddy bear worked. Yeah. Right? The book about going to the hospital, I think he did lay his teddy bear down and like open him up for just like a second. Right? He was like, okay, good, we're done. That's all I wanted. Tell me other things you've noticed.
What language, vocabulary, class, a lot of vocabulary.
When children are making sense of their lives, whether it's through literacy, when we ask children to write about things that are meaningful to them, they write. And they find ways to write what they need to write. Because it's about them. It's expressing who they are, it's communicating important stuff. When they're playing about their lives, they find the language to talk and communicate. And it's the most organic places that we get that. What doesn't work is kids who are playing and you say, what color is that spoon that you're using? Red, right? I mean, it's like, who wants language when it's just to name color? It's like so boring. But it's like, tell me about what you've made here. It's like, I can, now I'll talk. Often I go into classrooms and teach, and I'll read a book, and I'll read it because I think it connects with something that's going on in the classroom, or I know about children's lives in the classroom. And I'll just say, what does this remind you of? And you know, kids are raising their hand, and teachers come over and you go, how did you get Johnny to talk? I've never heard him talk in a meeting this whole year. Right? Because often it's like it's teaching, like, what did you know, what was she wearing in this, I don't know, that's not really therapy, but you know what I mean, they're close-ended questions as opposed to, what do you know about this? What else did you notice? So language and.
I didn't see any adults in the 6-month period. Because somehow the teacher or teachers didn't back on the kids working on themselves.
For the most part, I'm comfortable with that. I think there are times where facilitation is needed, where it might have been helpful to say, like, I'm not sure Jeff is comfortable listening to you. What else could you know? But of course, we wouldn't have this great video, so it to play out. And they did solve it, right? And Jeff learned to take care of himself and just leave. Finally, right? And he's like, you're not getting it. I'm not opening you up. And the other one had resources in the classroom to kind of do what he needed to do. Yeah. What else?
Yeah, I'd like to, Jeff, I think that like Jeff's mother had spoken, because he explains, he's like, I'm not pulling up your clothes, you know, like when he told him just pull up my clothes.
So let me say something about that. The way and I've seen this video probably about 35 times. The way I understand that, so Jeff tried many different ways to get out of, you know, from going like bleh to like nonsense words, where he was like, what does that mean? Yeah, or I'm building a doctor's office, not play, right? Or I'm the, you know, he really was creative with like, I'm gonna work with you here, right? I don't wanna just turn you away immediately, I'm gonna work with you here. When he said, well, if I'm gonna do that, then you have to take all your clothes off and get naked, I think he was just upping the ante in a way that he knew he was not gonna do. In other words, like, I'll only do that if, and he knew that the if would be no, so that was going to be his way out. So I don't think it had to do with sort of our adult version of appropriate versus inappropriate, you know, that kind of thing.
No, I thought that he meant that he knew that he wasn't going to do it, like it was inappropriate to do in the classroom.
Yeah.
Then when that didn't work, he just got up and left.
Yeah, yeah, and I think what he was in touch with was, this is not interesting to me. This feels, in fact, kind of uncomfortable. And that's what you find with traumatic play. There are going to be children who have traumatic experiences in their classroom. There may be quite a few children who have traumatic experiences in their classroom. And they're going to need a place to make sense of it. They're going to need a place to kind of feel powerful in a world where they feel powerless. So there will be times where children, you know, need to play with the doctor's kit in a way where, you know, other kids are like, oh, that's too real for me, right? Because that child really knows about it in a way that doesn't feel comfortable. Other kinds of play, you know, kids put babies under their shirts and give birth all the time in classrooms, and kids are totally cool with it. Like, oh, I got the baby, you know. And then it's like there's nothing traumatic about it, but you can feel the charge, the drivenness about it. And kids know when it feels comfortable for them or not. There's a moment.
I thought that Jeff's sentence was really good. He's like, I'm not going to play that way. I was like, really impressed.
Yeah. And if we can give that language to kids,
Yeah.
it is really helpful, because I think there are, you know, some kids who are easily just like, no, that's stupid, and I'm going away.
Right, you can really
And then,
insult it,
yeah.
yeah.
So the degree is to be gentle about, like, I don't want to play that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. They did. They used a lot, they pulled on a lot of resources to get through that one. So powerlessness, teddy bears, symbol, making symbolic resolution. So gather up things on your table and give yourself as much table space as possible within the next minute or so. I'm going to invite you to have your own experience of creative arts, self-expression, symbolic solution, power versus power.